What's up, everyone? Trevito here. Just wanted to talk about Dragon Ball Super episode 91. This is going to be my review on the episode itself, some thoughts too, some questions, and also my thoughts on the preview for episode 92. So let's dive into it now. In the beginning of the episode, we go over to the Omni Kings who are playing some like weird modified version of rock paper scissors, and then if they lose, I guess you get hit on the head with a hammer, but like not too hard because they put a helmet on. It's just another game that basically makes me question how in the world are these guys in charge of everything. It's crazy, but it is what it is. They're the Omni Kings. I guess we'll just keep saying they're in charge for now until something changes, but whatever. They're a side note, and they get bored. They want to see something that's going on. The Great Priest goes and shows them that Goku's assembled some fighters. They're basically in like their war room, their strategy room. Gohan's coming up with plans. Gohan's trying to say that they should all, go in the middle of the arena so it's a little harder for them to, get kicked out. Which, is said right away, kind of like, everybody's going to want to be in the middle, obviously. So, that made me think about how hard it is to, like, really plan for this tournament, man. I mean, they can't even emulate or really practice, like, a 10 versus 70 matchup, unless Piccolo, I guess, split up into 70 different Piccolos or something. But there's almost, like, no way they could really prepare for it, like, to the T 100%, to where like whatever they train for is actually going to be the right way and most realistic. So, I mean, at least they are strategizing. I'm sure that like some basic things they talk about they will implement, but for the most part though, I feel like half of it's going to be winging it, man, and they're just going to wing it, and then whoever has like some sort of synchronization with somebody else mentally because they fought before or whatever, then that's how they're going to benefit. But Vegeta's not there, okay? Vegeta's not there. Vegeta's going up to the Room of Spirit and Time, going in that time chamber, and Vegeta, he means his business. He goes in there and vows to end up winning the tournament and be the last man standing. His pride's coming in. He's going to be a beast. And, we just now see him training, and it's almost like he had it, like, planned out. Okay, like, I already know if I train for X amount of months in the time chamber, I'll be the strongest person out. I mean, we've seen it before where he's trained for the same amount of time as Goku, but then Goku's training has just been far superior. And hopefully, I mean, as a Vegeta fan, like if I was 100% Vegeta fan, anybody that was, I'll put my Vegeta cap on. Me, like as if I was a Vegeta fan, would say as my favorite character, I hope that the reason why they haven't been giving him screen time is because he's going to end up the biggest, baddest boss in the tournament, which that's a possibility. Maybe they didn't show him that much just because they want, us to kind of like focus more on Gohan and Goku, the other characters, and then bam, Vegeta's going to end up being the savior. That'd be really cool. Why not? But Goku also trains with Whis. Also, at one point, too, the Elder Kai suggests that maybe he could, unlock everybody's powers, give everybody a mystic form, I guess you could say, which that's something that a lot of people have always wondered, like, oh, like, why doesn't he do it for other people? Why can't other people do it? But, there's obviously not enough time for that to happen right now. So we also see Universe 9. Now, Universe 9 hasn't gotten anybody else but the Trio to Dangers. And what was cool too was that we saw Sidra, their god of destruction, blow up like an entire city. Like he Hakkai's them. And that's like the first time that, I mean, I remember anyways. If I'm wrong, comment below and say another time that this happened. Well, that's the first time that we see like a god of destruction Hakkai an entire planet. I mean, not an entire planet, I'm sorry. But like an entire city, like a group of people where, people are moving around. Before when we saw Beerus do it, the person that he was destroying was just standing right directly in front of him. And this is for like this actual movement, like I'm not talking about like, oh, like, they threw out an energy beam and blew up a planet. I'm talking about like they just stuck their hand out, Hakkai'd, and then the entire thing just basically disintegrated in thin air. It's crazy. Like, it's not like it blows up, it just disappears. And that's kind of crazy too, to like think about, that move that they learn, like how strong it is. And it's pretty wild to think that they have like that kind of power. But so they only have a few people, which is kind of strange. We also see the Pride Troopers over in Universe 11. It looks like they don't really have anybody either. They're just focusing on their main guys. And Universe 10, we see them too. They have all the muscle guys from the last episode. It looks like, that's 100% their team confirmed, and that's like all they got. But then, at the end of this episode, of course, Boo ends up sleeping. But as of right now, it's like only us and Universe 10 have 10 fighters. Universe 6 has about, 7 or 8? But then Universe 9 and 11, they have like nobody, and they're really running short on time. So that brings up the question, are they even going to have time, or are they even going to find enough fighters? And I actually did a video recently on how, actually I did 2 videos that are kind of relevant to this. One of them, I'll leave them both in the description below. One of them is about how there could be a last-second rule change, and the universes can end up teaming up. And then the second one is how there could be less than 80 fighters in the tournament because they don't find enough fighters, and that would lead to some changes. I'll leave those below. They're a couple pretty cool theory videos. So now we also we see Hit and Frost too. Okay, Hit gets Frost to the tournament. That's another thing that happened. And he's like, oh, like, you can't be evil. So Frost throws away his little poison dart thing. And Yamcha appears. Yamcha, he's never going to get into the tournament. He asked about it again, but that's just really not going to happen. And then we see that Plump, character from in the beginning, or like our intro for the episodes right now. That Plump character is actually, some slender pink lady that she goes to enter like a tournament, and then everybody's like, oh, what are you doing here? Then she goes, shoots an energy blast. So she has like a transformation, so it's cool to see like another humanoid form have like another transformation that gets them more powerful. All right. And Bulma gets a phone call from Mr. Satan. We know that. And what's funny too, though, is that the title of this episode was that like it was All the Warriors Assemble, and we don't really see too many warriors assemble. If anything, we see how like warriors are not assembling, and it's pretty crazy too to see how Universe 11, the Pride Troopers, they know that their whole universe is on the line, but then they're doing things as simple as saving kittens, while they know that they should be gathering fighters and stuff. And I mean, I know the Pride Troopers, I guess, their universe is a little more organized, and their Kai and God of Destruction are more responsible, so they're going to leave it all to the Kai and God of Destruction. But it's funny how they're not really, like, too worried or even, making plans for the tournament when that's going on. And instead they're saving cats when their whole universe is on the line. So I find that kind of odd. Also, I have a video that I did the other day with the Pride Troopers and, what's going on in their universe, and, what kind of villains do they have. And, just like some speculation and questions, if you guys want to check that out in the description below, too. So, we end the episode with Beerus like, okay, this is crazy. Boo's not fighting. And when we get to the preview of the next episode, it shows Caulifla transforming into a Super Saiyan, which is awesome. We got Kaba, Caulifla, Kale. Looks like they're doing their training. That's cool. But one thing that really caught my eye is that we're going to see Universe 3. And it looks like they have like a robot army, cyborg army, android army, whatever you want to call it. And I actually did a video about how Universe 3 could be a problem, if you guys want to check that out below. Because Universe 3 is an interesting universe. They're a very, highly advanced universe technologically. Very smart universe, and we know that, our androids, they have like infinite energy and stuff. We've had our problems with androids in the past. We've had problems with androids from being 100% mechanical to half human, half mechanical to a biological creation cell, okay? And I'm really curious to see what that universe brings to the table. A lot of my thoughts are on that below in the description, in that video, how Universe 3 could be a problem. But yeah, it looks like next week is going to be a little more exciting than this week's, in my opinion, because we get to see those Super Saiyans come to light. We get to see them transform. Kale in the background looks like she's jealous or something, or just getting mad. I don't know what it is, but I can't wait to see like what Kappa says to tick off Caulifla to get her to transform. Can't wait to see what Universe 3 brings. Can't wait to see, you know, what other insight we get of the other universes. But yeah, let me know below some of your thoughts about why in the world, you know, the universes are taking so long. If you think their gods of destruction are being responsible. If you guys were surprised at Sidra's power. And also, too, if you guys think that we're going to end up having a total of 80 fighters now, because we're running short on time and everybody's running short on fighters. So as we get closer, you know, maybe like us ourselves, we might not get the episodes of the tournament for like a month or so. But as it gets closer, there's a lot of questions, you know, being created, a lot of questions being answered, just like the entire series of Super so far, which is why I love it. But yeah, if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. We're a Dragon Ball channel right now. We're going to be making Dragon Ball videos as much as we can throughout the week. If you liked anything I had to say, please give us a like. Please support the channel, and we'll talk to you next time.